Want to start your millionaire journey? Here are 12 business ideas you can start this year. Wagwan future millionaires, welcome back to the channel. My name is Demetress Fairman. Investing is cool and all, but it's a slow game. Well, at least that's the way I do it. Many of us want that blood, sweat and tears type of money. We just love the idea and the thrill of owning our own business. The need for more income is a necessity, especially seeing what that virus did the other day. It shows us that one income is close to no income. So here's a remedy for that. I love coming up with business ideas. I have a bunch of them. Maybe I could even start a business idea company. Here are 12 business ideas, 6 online and 6 physical. So let's start with the online businesses. Number 1 is going to be homework aid. Now, majority of us have been there. We have been stuck in schools. The burden of having a lot of assignments and a lot of homeworks is just too much. Managing school life, managing extracurricular activities, managing our own lives, and then managing homework also is a hard task. So why not get somebody to help with those tasks? I mean, that's what businesses are. Seeing a need and somebody needing help and you providing that solution. Now, as the business person, the only thing that you would need to sacrifice is your time. Since you're doing this online, you'd have to create a website of sort, and then you'd have to drive traffic to that website. Getting that traffic now is another hard task because it's going to use a lot of your time. You're either going to need to go to these colleges, to these high schools, to these primary schools. You have to make some links with the teachers, maybe even talk to the principals, go to the students, advertise on social media, just develop something to get your leads toward these students. Another lead generator that you could use is be more niche in the subjects that you offer this homework aid in. So you specialize in, let's say, engineering mathematics 1. That's one of my weak points when I was in university. Easy said, easy done. Collect your money. You can charge them anywhere between $5,000 per session because you want to do this per session and add up the time. If you're just going to charge on a per question basis, I don't think that it will be that much of a bargain for somebody to buy the services from you. Instead, do it at a hourly time or a timely manner, and then you collect based on the amount of hours you spend doing that work. It seems more attractive to the customer that way. But let's take this one step further. What if you hire a bunch of teachers in different subject areas? You rent out a building or you use your house, and then that's a homework center. A lot of people will come to you after work and you provide them some form of daycare service in which you have their children for some hours, like an evening school, and then you do homework for them. So you have a bunch of students, then these parents will pay you per month. So it's even better for you because you can set a one flat rate for these students. So let's say you have 50 students per month and you charge them $10,000 or $20,000 per month for this homework aid. 50 students per month at $20,000 each is $1 million. Yes, you're going to have to pay rent and you have to go into pay teachers. So write that down on your list if you feel like that's something that you would like to do. Homework aid, look into it. Number 2 on the list is going to be university course consulting. Now, this is a term that I made up, so I'm not sure if it's out there on the internet, but hear me out. We all know what consulting is. It's when somebody has some specific niche knowledge about something and you need them to consult you. I don't like to use the same words, but you need somebody to talk to you and give you pointers because they have more experience in that field, and hopefully they can help you solve your own questions or come to some solution by giving their experience. Scenario time. Now, a lot of people message me on Instagram about which university should they go to do engineering or to get an engineering degree. What course is best? Now, you as the university course consultant would be a person that they come to and they ask about a specific course. Let's say you're doing engineering. And since they see you as somebody who they respect and somebody who they want to have a life like in the future, then that is where you come in. You would give them answers to their questions. They would ask, is this course really what I should take if I want to become a mechanical engineer or an electrical engineer? Which teacher was best? How do you get around doing these assignments? What extracurricular courses should I do to pump up my credits? Where should I do my internship? How do I get more information to get A's in my class? You can take it even one step further and not only give recommendations or consultations based on the courses, but actually the whole university lifestyle. Where should they rent? Where can they get the cheapest foods? Where's the taxi services? Where is the after school activities? Where can they go to have fun? Like everything, you can provide the answers because you have been there as a university student. So why not answer people's questions for a small cost? Now let's talk about money. Since it's consultations, you're going to charge on a per meeting basis. So let's say you charge $5,000 per consultation because people are going to come with a lot of questions, or even if they don't know what to ask. They are new students. I'm sure they're buzzing with exuberance, they're buzzing with uncertainty, and you have the answers. So you're going to have a flat rate of $5,000 per consultation, and you're going to have a 20 to 30 minute consultation time bracket. You have 20 students per month. That's going to be $100,000 extra in your pocket as your side income for this business. You're giving your time of 20 to 30 minutes per consultation, so it's time-based. So you have to structure your day, use a calendar system, and make sure you don't have any crossovers or any mix-ups. Number 3 is going to be dropshipping or e-commerce. I'm sure you've heard the term all over the internet, selling online and dropshipping and having an e-commerce store. But what is dropshipping? I have a video about dropshipping on the channel, but let me just give you a summary. Now, dropshipping is selling your products online to customers without having to deal with the logistics of storing and shipping the physical products to your customers. So you would source these products from the supplier for cheaper. You would market these products, and if somebody decides to buy, then you would send that information to the supplier, and the supplier would send the product to the customer, and you would get the difference of the price. So let's say you're selling that solar equipment for $50 US, but it costs $25 from the supplier, then you would pocket the $25 extra as the profit. That's the short example of what the dropshipping process is. And it's the same process as e-commerce. The only difference is that some of these stores, these e-commerce stores, they actually have the products at their disposal. They have their warehouses or they sell from their home, but the whole premise of e-commerce is just selling products online. And I know everybody makes it seem glamorous and that it's the easiest thing to do. Just put some products online and get it sold. But the thing is, because it's so easy, it's going to be so competitive and so saturated. So your product has to stand out. And even if your product doesn't stand out, your skills of marketing and your ads have to be so captivating that people stop scrolling on the endless screen of TikTok and Instagram to stop on your product and say, wow, I need this product in my life. Let me order it. Cha-ching, add to cart. So as it pertains to money, I know people who've made $0 all the way up to $20,000 US per month doing drop shipping and e-commerce. So it's up to you as the store owner to set yourself apart, put in the hard work, study the social media platforms, and see how best you can market a product to people who want to buy, because people really love to buy things. Add that to your list of businesses. Number 4 on this list is going to be starting an agency. So let me give you the definition of what an agency is. So an agency is just a group of people who have a specialized skill and they exchange that skill for money. So let me give you an example. An agency that a lot of people do is called a SMMA agency, or a social media marketing agency. And it is basically when an agency provides the service of social media ads. So they create the ad for a company or a business, and then they monitor it on social media to reach a goal that is set by the person who hired them. So if I have a website and I want a lot of conversions through ads, then that social media agency will create the ads with that goal as the outcome. So the things you need to start an agency is just deep knowledge in whatever skill set you're planning to market or skill set you're planning to sell as a service. And you can start a lot of agencies. You can start a graphic design agency, you can start a video editing agency, you can start a website design agency. Whatever services you can think of, you can create an agency for it, because most of the times what people do with an agency is that they find a need that people have. So let's say a community has a need for good plumbers because they only have one in a community of 800 and they need more plumbers. What you can do is link some other plumbers and contract them. You just find the customers and you just contact them with the plumbers, and you be the middleman and collect the money. So that's another aspect of an agency also. So if you're thinking about providing a service but you don't know what service to provide, or you don't have that skill in that area, then maybe go on Fiverr or go on any one of those freelance websites and find people at a cheap rate that you can get to do tasks for you, and then upsell it to customers as a service, and then you pocket the difference. It's almost like dropshipping, but instead of selling a product, you're selling a service. Number 5 on this list is going to be what I'm doing right now, and it is content creation. Think about it. Every company needs content on the internet. They either need it on their website, on YouTube, or even some form of social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. Content is king right now, as Gary Vee says. And for a company to stand out among their competitors who may have excellent customer service or an excellent product, you have to stand out, and people have to find your business in this forever competitive space. And there's no better way to do that than have great content that captures your audience, your target audience, and maybe grow an organic relationship with them. Now, how can you do this as a business? Well, the thing is, most business people don't have the time to sit and create content, because the truth is, if they should sit and create content, it would be like a full-time job for them, and they're already running their business, so they don't have time for that. And chances are they want to hire somebody. They want people who know what they're doing, and you could be that person in which they contract that work out to. Now, the hard part about this business is that you have to network a lot. You have to meet a lot of new people, and you have to pitch to a lot of people, and you have to make a content portfolio if you're going that route. If you want to be independent and then maybe make a YouTube channel like what I am doing, then it's going to be a lot of time, and it's going to be a lot of effort, and it's going to be a lot of solo entrepreneur, learning a lot of new skills to create this content. I mean, you have to learn video editing, you have to learn some form of Photoshop, or you can use Canva. You have to learn how to mix audio properly, you have to learn how to set up lights properly, and you just have to learn how to tell a captivating story or present information in a unique way to stand out. Now, how much can you really make from this? Well, this is dependent on you and how much you want to charge for your services, or how much people want to pay you depending on your skill level. But let me just give you a rough average. If you're doing this thing properly and you know how to market yourself, you can make anywhere from 50,000 Jamaican dollars per month to 400,000 Jamaican dollars per month. And this is just me giving figures of people that I know. You can make a lot less and you can make a lot more. So if you think that content creation is a business that you want to start, then just take up your phone, go outside or stay inside and just make some videos that is in a certain niche, or videos that just connect with people. Number 6 on this list is become a coach. And when I say coach, I don't mean like a Glenn Mills or Stephen Francis. What I'm talking about is business coaches, financial coaches, just somebody who is good in their subject area or their field area or their skilled area, and they want to provide this service to people by becoming their coach to help them to build their knowledge and skills in that area so they can be prominent in that subject area also. Yes, it sounds like a lot, but let me give you an example. There's this young lady on Instagram by the name of Anna Novia, and she provides a money coaching service. And that's basically giving her tips and tricks and knowledge about money, being that she was in the financial space as a financial advisor. She's providing this service to her clients. So she's coaching you through discipline of money, how to budget your money, how to make more of your money, and how to eventually start a business and maybe quit your 9 to 5 or just increase your income overall. And she does this as a service in which all of her clients pay her, I think, a monthly membership or an annual membership. I'm not so sure of the transaction. Now think about it. What are some of the skills that you have, or some of the skills that you think that you could teach somebody, or some of the skills that people constantly ask you, like, yo, teach me this, or how do you do this, or how do you do that? Now, what do you need to start? Firstly, you need the knowledge. You need deep knowledge in that area that you're planning to coach. Secondly, you need the internet, a computer, and Zoom. That's it. Scenario time. Let's see how much money you can make from doing this. Let's say you're providing a financial service coaching session in which you help people make more money. So you're charging $5,000 per hour and you're having 5 sessions per day. That's 5 5s, $25,000. You're having $25,000 per day. And let's say you do this 5 days per week. $25,000 per day times 5 days a week, that's $125,000 per week. For the month, that's going to work out to $500,000 per month. Cool, so we're finished with the online methods. Now let's jump to the physical ones. So number 6 on this list is going to be a mobile mechanic. Now, being that I work a lot of hours and I have a car, sometimes it's hard to actually go to the mechanic for the whole day, to sit down until it's your turn to get your vehicle sorted out. So think about this business idea. There's a lot of cars that are in companies' parking lots. There's a lot of cars that are in gated communities. So why not provide this service to go around and fix these vehicles for them, to do their servicing, to replace a part? Nothing too extravagant like pulling down an engine and putting on a turbo and putting on some downpipes and changing off the engine head and everything like that. No, I'm not talking anything serious like that. Maybe just to do some general servicing. And these businesses are all about convenience, because people could pay money and pay cheaper to get it done at a local mechanic, but then they would have to exchange a lot of time. By you coming to them, you can upcharge them and charge a lot more than what the other mechanics may charge, but what you're giving them is time back. You're giving them convenience, and that's what they're really paying for. Alright, so we could talk about the money side of this. How much can this mechanic hope to make? Let's say this mechanic is charging $8,000 per visit, and they're doing around 4 visits per day. That's $32,000 per day. Now, if they're doing this, let's say per week, and they're having a 5-day work week because maybe they use Saturday to go to church and they use Sunday to relax, or vice versa, whichever you want to use it as, that's going to be $160,000 per week. Now, for the month, this mechanic can look forward to making around 640,000 Jamaican dollars per month. Let's say he takes out expenses and gas, maybe paying back for the vehicle that he's using. Let's say he takes around $300,000 out of that just to cover all his bills and expenses. That's going to leave him with around 340,000 Jamaican dollars per month in his pocket. Be mindful, not many Jamaicans make that per month. So that's a substantial salary right there. Now, this mechanic needs to stand out. He needs to look professional and he needs to know his stuff. So chances are he has to either go to Hart or Jagas and learn the mechanical trade. He has to be able to work on many different types of cars, and he has to have a good client base. So that means he has to go around and market himself, have proper customer service. So again, this mechanic just needs the education, the client base, and location, because this will not work in places like, let's say, St. Elizabeth compared to places like Kingston. Look at downtown where you have the big Scotiabank building or the Demetress building. You see how much cars in that parking lot? What if you pitch to that company and say, we will service at least 5 vehicles per day. Anybody who wants servicing, just place my card in your dashboard and then I'll come and collect the keys from you and do the servicing. That's how I think you should do this business as a mobile mechanic. Number 8 on this list is going to be a cleaning business. Now look on it. When the virus came, there was a major need for deep cleaning in almost every single business place and even residential compounds. Now, it may seem simple and many of us won't even hire somebody to clean our places because our granny taught us from early to make sure you clean the house every day and make sure that Sunday is an overall of the house, do proper cleaning. But with people working multiple jobs and working long hours and coming in exhausted and having kids and trying to go after various side hustles, cleaning is the last thing on our minds because we want to pay for convenience. Now, the cleaning business may have 2 viable customers. You may have the corporate cleaning and you can have the Airbnb cleaning. So let's throw out some numbers out there. This person cleans a home for, let's say, $6,000 per cleaning. So let's say it's a two-man team that has this cleaning service. You have the person that owns the business and then they hire somebody to help them out with the cleaning also. So maybe to clean one of the 2-bedroom houses that are in most of these gated communities, let's say that takes them around 1 to 2 hours to do so. Let's say they have an 8-hour workday. So that means they clean around 4 homes per day. That's going to work out to $24,000 per day, which is 120,000 Jamaican dollars per week for a 5-day work week. For a month, that's going to be 480,000 Jamaican dollars per month. And let's say they pay that person that's helping them $120,000 per month. And let's say they take out $100,000 per month for all their cleaning supplies that they use for domestic cleaning. That's going to leave this owner with $260,000 in pocket for the month, which is not very bad because all they have to do to make more is just increase their cleaning rates or increase the amount of homes that they clean. So honestly, the cleaning business looks very good to me. And when I was in America, I know a lot of people who do this full-time and they're making very, very good money from this by managing it and owning the business. Number 9 on this list is going to be landscaping. Now in Jamaica, you may see them on their bicycles and you may see them looking dirty and in some tear-up clothes. But take for example a community called New Harbor that has around 800 homes in the gated community. Now the average price to do landscaping in New Harbor is around $4,000 per home. Some people charge more than that and some people charge it $500 less than that. The least I've seen people charge is around $3,500. But $4,000 is the sweet spot for most of them. Now most of these people are doing a solo operation, meaning that they're the only ones that are cutting the lawns. They don't work with anybody else. Just them, the bicycle, the machete, the big scissors cutting thing that they use for the trees and the plants, or their whipper or whacker. That's all you see them with. And they're charging around $4,000. So let's say they clean around 4 homes for the day because it takes them like 2 hours to get one of these yards done. That's $16,000 for the day. Multiply that by 5, that's around 20 homes per week. That's going to be $80,000 per week, which works out to 320,000 Jamaican dollars per month. Again, many office workers not making that amount of money. The only benefit most of the times with office work is that it has AC, so they're not in the sun all day. But these people that you see are making substantially more money than you because of their business idea. Number 10 on this list is going to be a handyman. So let's say you have your home and you want somebody to do some simple task, not construction, but some simple task. Maybe somebody to change an electrical outlet, maybe somebody to put up a chandelier, somebody to put in a new door for you, somebody to put up a TV for you, or maybe somebody to change a faucet in your kitchen, like simple plumbing tasks. Then this is why you would come in handy as a handyman. Chances are people want somebody who they can just call on. They don't have to be a specialist, it's just sometimes a simple fix, and most of the times the specialists are expensive, so you as the handyman can come into play by having a good rate and a good knowledge of these areas to do simple repairs. Now what you can do as the handyman is go around to all the apartments, try to know some real estate agents and try to know some real estate investors and apartment owners and get them in your contact or your network, because work is guaranteed with that method. Because trust me, the amount of times that things break in a household as it pertains to learning these skills, that's the only thing that may be hard because it's a time thing. You have to do these things and you have to build up certain experiences in certain areas to be able to get this done. So let's say this handyman charges $5,000 per hour to do tasks. And be mindful again, location is key. We're talking about people who rather pay this money than do it themselves. People who can afford to pay this money. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be quarreling with customers and justifying your prices. You want to be in an area where somebody says something is broken, you tell them the price and they say, yes, come, you should have there from an hour ago. Let's say you work 30 hours per week. That's 150,000 Jamaican dollars per week, which will add up to $600,000 per month. Sometimes it's not how hard you work in life, it's how smart, because a lot of people have some very valuable skills, but just because they're in the wrong location or the wrong mindset, they're not going to make the money that their skill can really give them. Sometimes they prefer to sit down and say, can't get anywhere out or things hard, but sometimes all it takes is just to relocate and network yourself. Yes, you won't make this money within the first year or 2 or maybe even 5. It's a lot of hard work to build up this clientele and build up your skills, but I do believe once you do all this, then you can make this income. Number 11 on this list is going to be farming. But I've seen some farmers in South Africa and they specialize in just one product or one type of fruit or vegetable for their farm. So they find various ways and techniques to keep that crop producing all year round. So one of the farmers that I was watching, he was planting strawberries. This farmer was supplying all the markets and supermarkets with around 500 to 1,000 pounds of strawberries per month. So let's say we do that with the Jamaican price, 1,000 Jamaican dollars per pound in Jamaica, and you sell 500 pounds per month, that's going to be 500,000 Jamaican dollars per month. And if you sell 1,000 pounds per month, that's going to be 1 million Jamaican dollars per month. Yes, the startup for farming is hard and expensive and it's not easy. Yes, the sun hot, crop might die. You might have worms that eat out the crop. You might use the wrong pesticides that kill the crop. People might steal from you. But in a tropical country as Jamaica, I think that farming is very much neglected and the younger generation should look to it, because I think it is something valuable and I think that it is something that will make you a lot of money if done right and have the patience and the cash flow to push it. 12 and last on this list is going to be a mobile car wash. So you see the scenario that we use with the mobile mechanic, use all of that the same way, but instead of repairing cars, you would just wash it. All the workplaces that you see with those huge parking lots and a lot of vehicles advertise your business. It's not going to be easy. You will not be rolling in cash. You will be in the sun a lot of times. It is going to be hard work and you have to build your clientele, but money can be made because this is a service that people want and you're providing convenience, because the amount of times that my car needs to be washed and I just look on it and say, I'll give it 2 more days, and then 2 more days turn into 2 months because I am lazy to wash that car. And if you have special perks like super cleaning, like inside deep cleaning, vacuuming and detailing special sections of the car to make it look shiny and brand new again, of course people will pay you that extra money, even more than the traditional car washes. I mean, look at Skunk Lifestyle, look at Fresh Panda. They have a car wash business. It's not a mobile car wash business, but it's a car wash business. And because they specialize in detailing, they can charge a lot more. When I say a lot more, I mean a lot more than the traditional car washes. Some people charging $1,500 for a normal car wash, and they can charge all the way up to $5,000 to $12,000 for a car wash, because guess what? They have their clientele, they're in a good location, they market themselves properly, and they do a damn good job of cleaning the cars. So if you can focus on all those factors in your business as you're providing this service, then you can make good money. If you like these business ideas, then I'm going to ask you for one favor. Don't just look on these ideas and get inspired and then the motivation runs out in a day or 2. Take these ideas to heart, plan them out properly, do a business plan for this, look on how you can make money from this, look at the expenses and try to make this a reality, because many people are saying that Jamaica is a dead end and there are not many jobs and they're always complaining. But I think that instead of complaining, maybe we should just take matters into our own hands, take responsibilities in our own hands and try to create something, because as we have seen, nobody will do it for us. And if we're always like this and waiting for something to fall in our hands, it won't happen. So if you're just sitting every day and expecting something to happen and not putting in any work, then guess what's going to happen? Nothing. So go out there, make the effort, start this business, fail a couple businesses, start more businesses and go at it again. Until next time, my name is Demetress Fairman. Thank you for sharing and investing in this channel, because that's what you're doing. Until next time, happy investing.